Foretrosake here. Today, we are going to play Power Blade. Let's start the story. In 2191, Earth's blissful existence was governed by a powerful master computer. Sounds blissful. Being governed by a computer. That sounds terrible already. Then, one day, something went wrong with the master control program. Chaos ensued as people panicked. Nova was summoned. Yo, Nova, you must contact 6 agents that are hiding in the 6 sectors protecting the master computer. Your contacts are John Gordon, no relation to Jeff Gordon. Robert Williams, no relation to Serena Williams. David Straker, I got nobody for that one. Linda Baker, nobody for that one either. Martin Douglas, no relation to Michael Douglas. And Daniel Leeds, no relation to Daniel Misleeds. Each contact will give you an ID card used to access the security room located in a different sector. Defeat the guards within the security rooms and grab the secret tape units. So in 2191, they're using tape units. After you obtain all 6 tape units, you will gain access to the control center. At the control center, you must defeat the guards to destroy the computer and restore order to society. Be careful, Nova, and watch your backside. Is that a threat or a warning? Now, if we could just stop right there and talk for a second about the simple fact that we're supposed to destroy the computer, that we're living in this blissful existence, like, why wouldn't I just restore the computer? I mean, because some of the information, I'll grab my controller here, some of the information that is out on the internet about Power Blade is quite interesting, because some of it states that you're actually going to destroy the computer, and then some of the other things state that you're actually trying to restore the computer. But directly on the game, it says, we're going to destroy that computer, but we're going to restore order for New Earth. New Earth is something that I found on the internet that they stated about this. I wish I had the manual and the box to all of this. I do not. So all I've got is what information I can find off of it. I would say one of the more interesting parts about this particular game is that this game was released in Japan back in April of 1990. But then North Americans didn't see this game until March 1991. And just the simple fact that it took a year to get that game over here whenever the NES was coming towards the end of its line, especially of games coming out. I mean, we have games that were released all the way up until almost 1994. But still, the fact remains that a year for a game to get to North America is even more interesting than whenever you see pictures of what the game used to look like, especially in Japan, where the game itself wasn't anything like this. The graphics artist that made Power Blade, his name was Mike Wittenbauer. And I might be getting that wrong. It might be Winterbauer. Sorry. Mike Winterbauer. Mike Winterbauer received a formal complaint from a very well-known celebrity in the 80s and 90s because of his similarities to this picture here. So maybe comment down below. Tell me who you think the celebrity was that complained about this photo. At the end of the video, I'll attach a picture side by side of the cover art for Power Blade and Mike Winterbauer. Mike Winterbauer did a selfie, if you will, back in 1990. This is him. He put himself on the cover of Power Blade, being the graphics artist. Took a picture of himself and drew it himself. Did it all of himself. I find that amazing. Big ups to Mike Winterbauer for being able to produce such an awesome picture on the front of a awesome game, a well-received game, but an underrated game at best. Given the fact that it was published by Taito, it's just amazing that the game coming out later on in the years wasn't as known. I wish that I could say that I've had this game for years. I have not. I've had this game for about 3 days. And of those 3 days, I have been playing a myriad of other games, not Power Blade. I've given Power Blade a little bit of a run here. We're going to show you side by side what Power Blade looked like whenever it was in Japan named Power Blazer. All that I can hope is that it's not a dude not in a tank top, but in this amazing blazer jacket, just destroying the aliens with his fresh jacket. My assumption is that's not the case. But in the game, you are given a Mega Man style game where you can pick Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3, all the way through 6 until you get to the final, which is the main computer, the master computer. Now, why it says Sector 1 through 6, and then there in the middle it says Protect Gate, I don't know. I haven't been through this game enough. It does have save states in this game, as far as you can't actually, and I said that wrong. It doesn't have save states in the game. It has continue mode and password mode. So you can continue on through the game, I'm assuming, as many times as you would like. I don't know that yet. We'll try and see if we can find out. Hopefully we don't use a continue at all. We blast through this entire game the entire time. But you do have passcodes. So given that we get so far and at least get a passcode, we'll come back to this game if we don't complete it all today. But just to give a little bit more background on Power Blade, Japanese Power Blazer. Power Blazer had more of a Mega Man style look to it, even with the main character. So when the people in North America decided to change what Nova looked like, it's said that the Japanese did not receive that very well, that they almost shut down the game entirely, and that would have been a big loss for some amazing NES play. From what I have seen, just from a couple of videos, the game looks amazing. It definitely has a really cool aspect to it, given that you don't have an actual pew 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 style weapon. You ain't got no gun or anything. You don't have a sword. You're throwing a boomerang. A boomerang. Are you kidding me? What game have you ever thrown a boomerang in? Comment down below and let me know in the NES genre. What games are there a boomerang that you throw? We're going to go ahead and start in Sector 1. And you get a good idea of, there's one of the bad guys shooting at you, but you can't go that direction. So, if you remember what they said at the beginning, is you have to find 6 agents in the gameplay. So, in the gameplay, you push B and then A jumps. You can obviously duck. I don't think up does anything except for throw it up. You can throw it back. You can throw it down. So being able to throw it in multiple directions is already pretty cool, because that is not the case with most NES games. I don't know all the power-ups, so I'm not going to be the guy to give you all the advice on what the power-ups are and what they do. We're going to go through and see what the gameplay looks like. Try to have ourselves a good time. For Foretrosake. So far here, what I did notice is that at one point it gives us a grenade. If you look up top there, we got a 1. And then under that is going to be the player count. How many lives we have. You get up here to this part, it's kind of difficult to beat that guy. So you push select and you use one of your grenades. The awesome part about the grenades here is that it just blows up everything on the screen. So you kind of want to save those for a time that you would really need it. If you step off to the right there for a second, you'll be able to avoid that guy there. This is one of the secret agents that you got to find. So if you don't think to go to the left there a little further, you miss him. But they do give you an option at the top there that you can come down that ladder, but you're going to go all the way back around anyways. So he gives us the ID, and then we can go to Sector 1 now. I don't really know what'll happen if you were to go there and not find the guy. I haven't had that exactly happen yet, so I don't know anything. In this game, hamburgers are your power-up. So obviously they know nothing about North American hamburgers, because in no way, shape, or form are hamburgers actually any good for you. Or at least, sure not in the 80s. Nope. Nobody really cared about the fat content and everything in the hamburgers, so you know, you weren't exactly getting something quality. Heck, you're probably still not getting anything quality. What do I know? Like, I don't eat no burgers though, so I don't know anything. Now, I did do one thing wrong there. I went all the way up the ladder, and that kind of puts you in a sticky situation. I'll go back down here and get rid of this guy, because I'll just keep getting hit over and over and over again. Now, as you can see, our power blade has changed colors. I don't own the manual and box for this game, so I don't know exactly all the names for each weapon. But what I did find online was that it said this suit that we're about to get here in a second is what is called the power blade. So I don't know exactly how that works. Like, what if this is the power blade, or if, see this helmet here that I'm about to get? It says this is the power blade. So you shoot this, and now that's a power blade. As you can see up there, I have 3 lives. So if you were to scroll down that right away, you get hit right away. And that'll take one of your lives away. As you see now, I've only got 2 left on there. So everything is after you, and I just got hit again there. Like, it's so easy to get hit in this game. If you can keep this particular suit, I'm going to imagine that this game is a lot easier and pretty beatable. But look, hit 3 times, lost the suit. So we'll do what we can here to try to just get rid of any enemy. I've never went that way, and I'm not trying to right now. Like, I ain't just dying right now, right off the bat. I'll die doing something a little less silly. This guy here, pretty easy. Just hit him a couple of times. You know how I feel if you've watched any of my other videos about bats and flying objects. Now, I have no idea what this is. If you ask me, it looked like a hockey puck, right? Like, am I wrong? Maybe it's a spam burger. I don't know. Like, I don't know what else you want to call that. Go down there, destroy that guy. Now, I did go over here further before, and that's what ends up happening is it respawns the bad guy that you just beat. So, nothing else further in there that I can find. This was the part where I went, oh, this is like Batman. Like, things dropping out of the ceiling that you can get power-ups from. And look, you're like doing Batman's boomerang. Like, that's pretty sweet. But then I also realized real quick that this dude is not Batman whenever I'm Batman. He can't be Batman. We'll try to... Oh, man, I really bit that up. So, once again, I have only played this game a few select times, and I'm not going to pretend to be the Power Blade guy. I'm trying. And there we defeated the first guy, but barely. Sector 1, active. Sector 1, disarmed. So, where they kind of miss the parts in the story, if you're asking me, is they don't state, like, there's bombs all in the area and everything, and you're disarming the bombs. You're not. I guess we'll go to Sector 2. I mean, see, in Mega Man, you have, like, the wood, the metal. You have different guys that you need to beat in a certain order. But it just seems like you need to get through this. Like, it doesn't seem like you have to have certain weapons. If I'm wrong and you know differently, please comment down below, as I will be trying to go through this more, and if I'm really messing it up, I'd much rather know ahead of time so I don't keep trying Sector 2 and never getting through it or something. So, one of the things that I found interesting about the contacting the agents, like I said before, is if you were to miss one of those agents and get to the end, I don't really know what'll happen. I don't know that I want to find out that. I can say that if you die and have to start a level over, it is so much harder to beat that level that you were just in, simply based on the fact that you lose your weaponry of either the better boomerang, because look how far I can throw that boomerang. I don't know if you remember how far that boomerang was going at the very beginning of this game. It wasn't going that far. This guy is something else. I say it's a guy because, I mean, kind of Lex Luthor looking dude though, with a little goatee on him. I don't know if there's some secret to beating this, but after I hit it a couple of times, the mouth stays open like that. Creepy as all get out. Like, I don't know, man. Let's get on past it. So, again, with the bats, like, I'm just not a fan. A little bit of a trickery here where you gotta go up, then come down. Don't know how I got hit by that bat, but it is what it is. Obviously, those are different colored platforms. Colorblind glasses. Want to stop right there and thank everyone for helping me hit the tips goal today. We've got the hat goal. We got the glasses goal. We've obviously got the vest goal. So all you have to do is sit back and watch some gameplay. No need to talk about tips, PayPal, Venmo, pulling your wallet out, buying me a new car. None of that. All you got to do is just sit back and enjoy. Awful nice of you Foretrosake fans out there. Thank you. Thank you all. Anyways, so since we've got our colorblind glasses on, we can now see that that's a different colored platform. And looky there, with a different colored platform, go figure. The platform falls out from under you as soon as you jump off of it, or if you're on it for too long, I'm going to assume. So this is the area where you would think, well, go on down, right? Just hurry up right on through. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you don't go this way, you won't find the secret agent that's going to be holding your stuff. Your ID card, not your stuff. It's not like he's got your bag or anything waiting for you. That I know of. Maybe he does. One thing I'm very thankful for is that when the enemies hit you, it doesn't knock you back or anything. Like a Ninja Gaiden game or even a Batman game. So we found the other secret agent. He's our contact. Doesn't state which contact he is. He's just a contact, so that's nice. One thing I can say, though, is if you fall down through any of these, it's game over. So, do everything you can to not fall, unless it's like an area like that. Falling down from there. So, kind of like Mario 3, you've got some holographs. You can't destroy them or do anything to them. You just gotta work your way through. I wish I had any advice on these press spots, because it's like it just drops down on you, so you just go through it. This is one of those trickier areas where if someone else knows what you do there to not get hit, I'm so glad that I waited to say that, because I didn't get hit there. So obviously I kind of figured it out. You just, I don't know, man. You kind of just get yourself hit a little bit. I don't know how else to explain it, because it doesn't make much sense to me. I've never went all the way over there, so we're going to go ahead and try that. And of course there was a big... There's 2. There's 3. Man, I hope I get a suit over here or something. Like, what is this? That was not a suit. Whoa! Dude came right back. Well, I'm okay with this, just not sure how much life I'm gonna lose trying to do this. Okay, so there's the suit. I wasn't too sure where the suit was. So that's pretty cool. I don't feel like this is the way to go. Like, there's a certain amount of going backwards that starts feeling wrong. Like, you gotta wait until those guys, like, come up out of their shell. So, cool enough, it does allow you to duck. Oh, wow! The bad guy even ducked on me. Like, I was really hoping to get through this quite a bit without having to, like, lose my metal suit. Okay, we got through that without getting hit, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna end up probably regretting the whole going backwards there. I probably could have just kept going. I haven't played it enough to know that. So, apologies for anyone that's watching this and they're like, why did you go backwards? I felt like this was the right way to go. Like, that's what I did. Dude, some of these jumps are so tricky. Like, where am I even at? Oh, okay. So, the midway point would be finding the agent. So it lets me go back to that spot. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go back and try to get the metal suit again anyways, and hope for the best. If you're enjoying the content, give me a like. If you're new here, or say you're returning and just haven't ever subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate it. You'll be able to catch all the new content that I upload. I typically at least upload 1 video per week. I promise to not do too many more of those poems. I was just a one-time joke. I hope. Who knows? I like to have fun. Alright, so we're going to work our way back over here and get this metal suit. Man, last time I didn't get shot at all. Now I'm just getting blasted. Dude! Like, I felt like I waited long enough. They still ducked on me anyways. Am I confusing this? Dude, get out of my face. Yeah, you. So there's no metal suit now this time. That's a big bummer-room. But we are still going to go this way anyways, because I want to know. I have no idea where I'm at now. Dudes! So, because I'm finding this out now, my advice, don't ever go back. Don't ever go back that way, that's for sure. Because this is the beginning of the game. Like, what in the world were they thinking? Like, talk about a big trickaroo. Like, haha. You just got that cool metal suit. You fall down and dead. You got that cool metal suit. And what'd you do? You done went and wasted it by having to go backwards to the very beginning of the game. And if I didn't mention this before, the jumping in this game is tight. I mean, barely. Like, you got all this, look at that. Like, all this clearance to go off the edge. Look at that. Well, I'm levitating right now. And then all of a sudden, nothing. So, you gotta test the waters on how far out you can go. Because some of the jumps are so tight that if you jump from middle of the block, thinking, well, I mean, most games, middle of the block with a running start, what's the problem? Well, there's no running start in this game, first of all. There's no run action, so you can't just run. You got this speed. And typically, like that jump, the only time that I haven't ever got hit was the very first time recording this that y'all saw like 3 minutes ago. That's the first time that I've ever got through there and not got hit. So, I don't think that I gained anything going that direction. So we're going to go ahead and head on this way. Those mechanical fish jumping are just one big, like, eyesore to me. Like, just makes me look that way, but they ain't doing nothing to you. I'd like a power-up in some sort of way. And I got it, but all I did was just, you know, get hit. So, if I was telling you about the gameplay at all, one of the things that I noticed in throwing the boomerang is that if you throw the boomerang and you were to throw another one, look how short it is now. But if I throw one, man, it almost goes off screen. Like, you just throw one, it seems to have a little bit more power to it, and it's also going to hit something further away. So here's one of those spots I died earlier, so man, and we are right at the door too. Like, sad face. Okay, let's see what we can. Dragon? Dude, ain't never gonna happen. I don't know one time that I haven't been hit by this thing. Oh my goodness, it was 2 blocks away from being dead. Well, that is my first entry into Power Blade. In the next entry, we're going to pull out the Power magazine to show you Power Blade on the front cover. Hopefully it gives us some helpful tips. Hopefully it shows me another password where I can just surpass most of this and just show you one of the endings. I don't want to have to do that, but this game is fun and intense. So if I don't put enough time into it, we'll be here for hours and hours. Thank you for coming along. Hope you enjoyed the content. Like I said before, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the content, give me a like. Check out one of my old videos here at the top. Foretrosake here. Have a great day.